Hi my loves, so I thought I would post a very in-depth tutorial on how to create my cut creases. I do get quite a few comments on people asking to have a tutorial posted on this, and I have done one previously, but I thought I would give you a more lengthy video just so you can see the steps that I take to achieve the cut crease and just explain a little bit further. So as always, we're just starting off with the P. Louise base and carving out the brows and creating a really nice base for our shadows to sit on top of. The best advice I can give for this step is honestly to not be shy with the base, whether it's a concealer, the P. Louise base, whatever you're using. Layer it on and just make sure to press it in really well. Don't be shy with this. I feel like this is the most important step because all your shadows are going to sit on top of this base and you want it to last and blend really nicely. And as you can see here, patting it in. So I put on quite a thick amount and I just go back and forth until I'm happy, but I really pat it into the skin. So once the concealer's all been pat in and I'm happy with how smooth it is, I'm then going in with my transition shade, which will be the lightest shade that you will use. And I just focus this on the outer corner mainly of the eye, and really I'm just placing it so I have an idea of where I'm placing my shadows and where I don't want the darkest shadow to go up above of. Once you're happy with the intensity of your transition shade, we begin to place the darker shades. As you can see with my darkest shade, I tap the shadow onto the eyelid and direct where I want it to be placed, ensuring it isn't too high. Then we take our middle shade, which will be darker than our transition shadow, but lighter than our darkest shadow, and this will be used to marry all shades together nicely and create the gradient effect, otherwise known as ombre. I would say this is the most time-consuming part, as you will need to go back and forth until you're happy with the intensity and blend of the shadows. Then just picking up that first brush and a little bit of the transition shadow to blend them all together and make it look really seamless. Now time to cut the crease. So I'm using a flat synthetic brush and coating it in a generous amount of the P. Louise eye base. I first start with the inner corner of the eye and work my way to the outer part. I follow the client's natural crease shape, and if I become unsure if I should take it higher, I will ask the client to slowly open their eyes and look straight so I can get an idea if I need to take it higher, and I find that this really helps. Once that is all blended in, I blend the ends into the eyeshadow so it looks really seamless and all put together. Taking a clean synthetic brush and some glitter glue, I place a generous amount of this all over the lid to prep for any pigment being placed on top. Now using the same brush coated in glitter glue, I pick up a generous amount of pigment and in portions slowly start distributing it evenly across the eyelid. With this step, I recommend layering the pigment slowly, as this will avoid creasing later on. Now just taking some eyeliner on a flat angled liner brush, and for this I'm just patting in where I would like my eyeliner to sit, and then if there are any gaps or I do want it to be a bit darker, I just go in and fill that in. Now to intensify my eyeliner and to blend it into my shadow, I'm just taking some black shadow on a small brush and I'm just tapping it onto my eyeliner, and then I'm slightly doing little circle motions going into my eyeshadow, just to make it look really seamless. Now, to create a really nice shape and clean up all of that fallout, I'm just taking a lip wand coated in micellar water to create the shape that I want, and it'll just be a nice winged out look that I can go in and fix with concealer later to make it look really snatched, and then just taking a wipe to clean out all the fallout that's come from the eyeshadow. So these are my steps on how I get my cut creases. If you found this helpful, please like this video and let me know. If you would like a tutorial on any other steps or how I do any other kind of looks, please let me know in the comments.